The air crackled with tension this morning on the CBS set as Nate Burleson, the affable former NFL star, found himself locked in an unexpected verbal sparring match with the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. The encounter, a stark departure from the typically polished and pre-scripted morning show fare, left viewers reeling and royal watchers gleefully rubbing their hands. The segment began innocuously enough, with Burleson, known for his jovial demeanor, attempting to engage Markle in light-hearted banter about her recent Netflix documentary. However, the Duchess, seemingly bristling under the scrutiny of the live broadcast, responded with a frosty curtness that quickly chilled the studio atmosphere. Her answers were terse, often laced with thinly veiled disdain for the perceived trivialization of her experiences. Burleson, a seasoned broadcaster, initially attempted to navigate the icy waters with his trademark charm. He gently probed deeper, seeking to understand the motivations behind the couple's highly publicized departure from royal life and their subsequent media blitz. But Markle, seemingly determined to maintain control of the narrative, deflected his questions with icy pronouncements about the importance of mental health and the toxicity of the British press. "It's important to remember," she declared, her voice dripping with a hint of icy disdain, "that these are deeply personal experiences. To reduce them to mere entertainment is to completely miss the point." Burleson, a man who built his career on camaraderie and good humor, appeared visibly taken aback by the Duchess's icy demeanor. His attempts at light-hearted follow-ups were met with stony silence or curt dismissals. The studio audience, initially eager for a glimpse of the glamorous royal, grew increasingly uncomfortable as the tension mounted. The turning point came when Burleson, with a touch of his trademark bravado, attempted to shift the conversation towards a lighter note. He playfully remarked on the couple's recent move to Montecito, California, inquiring about their favorite local spots and whether they'd embraced the Californian lifestyle. Markle's response was swift and scathing. "I find it deeply offensive," she declared, her voice rising, "that you would trivialize our very real struggles with such frivolous questions. We are not here for your amusement." The studio fell into a stunned silence. Even the usually jovial Burleson seemed momentarily speechless. He recovered quickly, however, maintaining his professional composure. "I understand, Duchess," he said, his voice firm but measured. "But perhaps it's time to remember that public figures, by their very nature, are subject to public scrutiny. And sometimes, that scrutiny includes questions about their lifestyle and their choices." Markle, her eyes flashing with anger, retorted, "My life is not a public spectacle for your entertainment. I am a human being, with feelings and emotions, and I deserve to be treated with respect." The exchange continued, with Markle increasingly defensive and Burleson struggling to maintain a balance between respectful inquiry and the demands of live television. The segment ended abruptly, with a jarring cut to a commercial break, leaving viewers reeling. The ensuing social media frenzy was immediate and intense. Royal watchers, many of whom have been critical of the Sussexes since their departure, gleefully seized upon the incident, proclaiming it a long-awaited comeuppance for the Duchess. "Finally," declared one commentator on Twitter. "Someone called her out on her ridiculous behavior. She thinks she's above everyone else." Another chimed in, "She's so entitled. Always playing the victim. It's exhausting." Even some of Markle's more sympathetic supporters expressed concern. "I understand her frustration," wrote one commentator. "But her delivery was incredibly off-putting. It's hard to feel sympathy for someone who comes across as so arrogant." The incident has undoubtedly damaged Markle's carefully crafted public image. Gone is the image of the compassionate humanitarian, replaced by a picture of an entitled and arrogant individual, unwilling to engage in respectful dialogue. Whether this will have a lasting impact on her public persona remains to be seen. One thing is certain, however, the morning show showdown will be remembered as a pivotal moment in the ongoing saga of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, a moment that exposed the fragility of their carefully constructed image and left many questioning their true motivation.